When I said at the start of the year, I wonder what support Vairina will get. This is not where I saw myself to be. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm N64 here. Today I'm back to talk about overdress in the overdress format with an overdress player in Dbt09 Dragon Tree Invasion. But as you can guess, I do not deserve to play overdress in the overdress format. Today we have the fourth.
My favorite card is Clean Sweep, guys.
So today we are going to be talking about the overdress deck, and we are going to be talking in context with the new support. Yes, there's new support, or more rather we kidnapped it from, XOD. It's Stragadio. And if you don't know anything about overdress, then we recommend you to check out my Vairina Valiante Dbt08 deck profile. It's a very stupid deck experiment. Check it in the link below. It's the most recent version of overdress in terms of non-Maha or non-Esmeralda kinds of overdress. But today we're going to talk about it with the new support. What does it look like now, and how can you actually play it more effectively? As I alluded in the DBT08 video, if you want to play a deck focused around the original Nirvana, then you want to play with Erger. And someone who plays very well into the strengths of Erger is Stragadio, as well as the other supports. So let's get into it real quick.
So the right line is the same as it's always been in start deck. You got the Ape, you got the Reno. When rolled upon by Ryu, search for one Trickstar, definitely not Chrono Jet, add to your hand. Then when you ride the Mexican on top of Ryu, you Soul Blast one, then you search for one base Vairina and it add to your hand. It's a very very simple right line. And the Mexican has two abilities. His first ability is Act. Discard a card from your hand to call a grade 0 from your drop zone, so it doesn't need to be Trickstar, it can be a crit also, or any trigger if you need the 5k boost. And then his auto skill is that when he attacks, it's Counter Blast 1, you choose this unit and all of your overdress ability possessing units, so they do not need to be in the overdress state. And
as long as they have the overdress text.
Yeah, as long as they have the overdress keyword, like the overdress keyword, not as in, yeah, so they have the overdress keyword, they gain 10k.
So yeah, that's the right deck.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
very,
it.
Very simple.
It's the same deck, my guy. We've done this for 3 years now. Can you believe it? Overdress is 3 years old.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to grade 3s, we play 4 copies of Nirvana with 1 in the right deck. We play 3 copies of Expecta. I did not expect that.
Yes, so because Maha is a shit deck, we now play 4 Persona Right, because Persona Right is very good. If only my grade 4 deck could Persona Right.
It's also the combo with Elgar, yes. But we'll get to that in a bit.
Then there's 3 copies of Vairina Expecta. So Expecta is just to point blank nuke your opponent if they do not have the PG. And it's much better than Valiante, because Valiante, if they just take the first attack and then they PG the second attack, they are a very strong player.
Okay, so what does he do?
So he can be overdressed on top of any unit that is in the overdress state. So no, you cannot overdress it on top of a vanilla Trickstar. It has to be...
You have to take an
anything that is already in the overdress state. So yes, if you have an Expecta, you can Expecta on top of the Expecta.
Ah, okay.
And then he gains the base power of all the units in the original dress.
The base power of all the units in your original dress. So if I have, say, 1 Arcs and 1 Trickstar, he gets 15.
Yeah, so it's 28.
Okay. So if he has say a Trickstar, Expecta, he gets a total of 18.
Yes, so it's 31.
Okay.
Yeah. Then his second ability is what was originally supposed to counter prison, but it just ended up backfiring. Is that he can, when he attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, Counter Blast 1, and he gains 15k and plus 1 crit until the end of the battle. And when that battle ends, all of your original dress go to the drop zone. So it's just...
Oh, that means he leaves overdress state.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just blows his load for 15k 1 crit, and hopefully the opponent dies.
But with all the original power and whatnot, that should be quite a critical breakthrough.
Yeah. So
if you use it, then if I want to overdress Expecta on top of Expecta, I can't, because it needs a Trickstar, right?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So then the thing is that, no, you cannot, because this Expecta is just a vanilla. It's not in the
that's what I'm saying. You can't, because there's no Trickstar.
So mainly the Expecta is just there for it to die if you did not kill the opponent. Then next turn you still have the Trickstar in the drop zone.
Yeah, you can
revive it for Elgar or Arx or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to our grade 2s, the more dynamic grade 2s. We have 1 Ryu for the right deck, 2 regular Vairina, 4 copy of Vairina Arx, and 3 copies of Elgar. 3 copies of Elgar. Yeah. Interesting.
Because so base Vairina, the reason why is he can overdress on top of Trickstar. So all the grade 2s only can overdress on top of Trickstar.
Yes.
his skill is that when he attacks, is if he's in the overdress state, he gains 10k, and then you can Soul Blast 2 to choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. It's a very simple Vairina. He's the foundation for basically every other Vairina that's
20k
out after him.
attacker on turn 2 is just really cool.
And then the reason why you play 2 is because you can search out 1, but you want to always guarantee the search, that's why you play 2.
Then Soul Blast 2 when he attacks, you can also retire one of your opponent's rares.
Yes.
But you don't really use that skill.
You have better use for it. You use it for it. Then we have, of course, everyone's favorite Nirvana Jiva support, Vairina Arcs. So his skill is because he can only overdress on top of Trickstar once again, and then when he overdresses on top of Trickstar, you Counter Blast 1, you draw 2, and he gains 5k until end of turn.
Oh, agreed.
Wow, what does he do?
Okay, I mean you've gone through this card a lot.
Yeah,
Then of course you play one copy of Ray in the right deck. You already know what it does.
Then we have the star of the show, Vairina Erger. Vairina Erger can be overdressed on top of Trickstar, and when he's in the overdress state, he gains 10k and he gains 10k power, 10k shield continuous. So it's a 20k body all times, and it's a 15k shield.
That's nice.
Yeah, but of course he doesn't have resist, so
then you can play Nirvana Jiva for that.
Yeah, of course. Then his second skill, his more important skill is at the end of the battle that your Trickstar attack, if your Vanguard is Chakrabarti, Divine Dragon, Nirvana, so it's only the original Magician, you must Soul Blast 2
and Superior
Overdress on top of a Trickstar and countercharge 1.
Countercharge?
Yes. So that's the only thing that Jiva still doesn't have is countercharge. And we got it all the way back in June 2021.
And you have a multi-attacker.
Yeah. It's a much more stable multi-attack compared to Valiante, but of course it's only for that one turn.
Then of course we play one copy of Reno, we play 4 Perfect Guards, we play 4 copies of Equipped Dragon Stragalio, and then 3 copies of Toga Chirashi. This one is for the right deck, you already know what it does. This is our superior Perfect Guard. You kinda have to play it considering you want to live. 3 copies of Toga Chirashi. We've gone through this one before. When it's discarded during your turn, you slide into the soul. There's a lot of discard. You discard for Nirvana, you discard for your right deck, you discard for Esmeralda. No,
of course.
not Esmeralda. You discard for
of course.
Valiante,
now
but it's not in the deck.
Now you discard
now
Stragalio.
We have Stragalio as well.
So Stragalio has 2 skills. So his first skill is when placed from hand. So no, you cannot call it from any other ability that he plays from hand. You must discard a card. You can discard a card from your hand. So discard a card from your hand means that you can use Togachi Ashi and put into soul. To search your deck for one card with the overdress ability. Any card with the overdress ability, you can search it out. Or you can search out a Trickstar and add it to your hand. So it's point blank, just you can search you can toolbox any overdress card that you want into your hand for one discard. So it's a 1-for-1.
And it's a free global search.
Yeah, it's a free global search, yes. So it's just very, very convenient that we have a full searcher rather than having to rely on him now, which not only costs a counter blast, but also could with. Yeah.
And then you also can search a Trickstar if you need actually.
And in case you want to do, in case you have the Vairinas in hand to do the double Trickstar play, you can also just search your Trickstar.
And then of course, if he's put into a dress state as a XOD, Count Blast 1 and call Trickstar from drop, but you don't use this skill.
Yes. So it's
mainly for the on-place. The on-place is devastating.
There's a reason why the Erger and Expector are both run at 3 copies, even though they're so important to our playstyle. It's just now that we have Stragalio to toolbox the entire deck, there's no need to run both at 4 and then hope and pray that you draw into them, and then that compromises the rest of your deck building.
For our grade zeros, we play 1 starter and 4 Trickstar. Trickstar is of course the main component for all the dresses. We have 4 heals versus Vanguard, 1 OT. We play a total of 7 crits, and then we play 4 fronts, 4 effect fronts. So really the effect crits doesn't really matter. You don't really call crits, even if it's a soul crit, it really doesn't matter. You want more fronts. The fronts are the shield. We have Erger, we need more shield. We have a lot of multi-attacks, so we want to make the best use of it. We play for heals, regular heals, because we want our heals to be balanced. We play Dragvela. Dragvela is just so good as an OT. You have to, so you can stack your Nirvana plus 10 bonus, and then of course your starter. And yeah, that wraps up our Stragalio deck profile. Very short because it's a deck you've seen too many times. We really just wanted to keep it short and sweet. It works really well against anything that's not Jet, so we can assure you that as long as you don't fight Jet, you generally should have a good time.
Oh, of course, you fight clean sweep.
Yeah, I mean, who can afford clean sweep?
many people.
Alright. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye bye.